Welcome to Inside Santa Cruz. I'm Joyce Anderson, and today we are celebrating the Tannery Arts Center, and our first guests are with the Cultural Council of Santa Cruz County, and I want to introduce to my right, Michelle Williams. She's the Executive Director. I wanted to say a few things about Michelle. She was raised in the arts and studied cello, piano, bass, and voice, and focusing now on her talents of theater and writing. She was also Executive Director of the Arts Council in Napa Valley for 5 years. And she is now serving on the board of the Santa Cruz Convention and Visitors Council, the Santa Cruz Children's Museum of Discovery, and the Tannery Arts Center. Michelle, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And my guest on my left here, Linda Charman, and thank you so much for being here. She is the broker owner of Vanguard Realtors, and she is also the president of the chair of the board of directors of the Cultural Council. Linda is a graduate of UC Berkeley and also has an MBA from Pepperdine University. She has lived in Santa Cruz off and on since the 70s. She joined the Cultural Council at a request from her good friend, former Mayor Catherine Myers. So, Linda, we want to welcome you, and we're going to talk about your adventure of being on the board and the board president. But first, Michelle, I want to talk to you about you telling the viewers what the Cultural Art Council is all about.
Absolutely. Well, in a nutshell, we promote, connect, and invest in the arts. We are the county designated umbrella organization for the arts, and it's our charge to help local arts thrive. And we do that in a number of ways. Our Open Studios program is a beloved program, been going on for 27 years now, I believe. And most people are very familiar with that. They always say the green signs all over the county every October. So that's one of our major programs. We also have a grants program. And in that program, we support organizations large and small and individual projects as well. And we have arts education programs. We have 2 programs. One is Spectra, which is our in-school arts education program, and our Mariposa's Art Program, which is a direct service after-school program. We also do a great deal of technical assistance, which is in essence professional development for artists. We also do, there's quite a list, the exhibitions at the County Government Center, the rotating art exhibitions there, as well as every year we do an annual children's art exhibition, and that's actually going up. It's up right now, and we're having an opening for that on the next first Friday. And there's almost 500 pieces of art from children all across the county. It is unbelievable. It is truly a magical show. So we do a number of different things. We've been in this, we were formed in 1979, so we're celebrating our 35th year next year. And it is our honor and privilege to be of service to the arts in Santa Cruz County.
Well, one of the exciting things that's happening, which we're going to talk about and tell the viewers, is that you are having a ribbon cutting on June 7th.
Yes, we are.
And on the first Friday, and that will be coming up, and we're going to be airing this for a whole month to promote that. But we also wanted to talk about your move to the Tannery Arts Center, which is amazing to be on campus now, and the building, we don't have a photo of it, but we will when all the ribbon, we want to make sure everybody comes to this. Mm-hmm. So Linda, I wanted to ask you and have you tell us, president of the board, now you've moved. So what are your duties and what do you expect? First of all, how many people are on the board?
I believe we have 14 members on the board right now, and it's an incredible group of people from all different areas. One of the things I've noticed is since I've become the board chair is how the board has evolved since I became a member. When I joined the board, I didn't even know what we did exactly. Because Catherine said, "You have to do something, Linda, and I think that's a good group for you." But as I have learned and as the board has evolved, when we made the decision to move to the Tannery, it was a unanimous decision. And to me, it was thrilling to have everyone come together after many years of discussion and debate whether we should or we shouldn't. It was the absolutely best choice we could have made.
Yeah, well, I know if you have 14 members on a board, make them all make the same decision, that's pretty miraculous.
It really is. I felt very good about that.
So the move is exciting for you, and it's
yes.
such a positive thing. The building is beautiful, and it's large, so much larger than the space you've been in, right?
Well, it's interesting because when you talk about a space and you haven't seen it being in the real estate business, a lot of it is related to seeing the property. And none of us could visualize how perfect this place is. It's beyond our wildest hopes. It's just fabulous.
That's so exciting. So, Michelle, you have a great board, everybody coming on. And so tell us, what are some of the things we're going to expect from you? I know that there's some, I'm hearing things like you're changing your branding, you're changing your name, you're changing colors. I don't know, you're doing a lot of things, but you've moved into it, which is really exciting because you're to create a whole new identity. How excited are you about that?
Oh, I'm over the moon. And I actually just got back from a 4-month maternity leave a week and a half ago, and only work this exciting and this great would tear me away from my little boy. So that tells you just how fantastic it all is. And all of this, we have a brand new strategic plan, we have a new name, we have a new, our whole identity and our way of speaking about ourselves is changing. But that is just a reflection of the movement we are trying to create in this county with the Cultural Council. It's been an amazing organization for 35 years, almost 35 years. And what I am really looking forward to, and the board and the staff as well, is who can we be in this community for the next 35 years? How can we make the most incredible impact? How can we be, this is a lofty goal, but I go to work each day thinking, how can we be the most effective arts council in the country? Not even just the most effective one in this state, but what is the way that we can model and really we can really help all of the artists and all the arts organizations thrive so the entire community thrives, because that's really our work. We go to work each day supporting the arts, but it's not just about the artist or the arts organization. It is about the children whose lives we affect and bringing community people together and creating a dialogue where one doesn't already exist. So it's not sort of the arts in the vacuum, it is community building on a macro level. So I'm shaking with excitement about our work ahead. And yes, we're going to be unveiling all of this just within a month. We're going to be rolling out all of these external changes that really better reflect who we are now internally.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited, and you must be too.
Oh,
what are some of the goals that you have for the board?
Well, to continue to move in this direction, when I came on the board, we were interviewing for a new executive director, and when we selected Michelle, it was because she reflects the future for a lot of us, and she also has an outreach to all different areas. So the board reflects, and the staff actually reflects, Michelle's vision, and I'm there to support it. I don't want to micromanage the staff because they're so competent. They're just incredibly competent. And so I'm just getting great joy out of being a part of it. And having had children who benefited from the Cultural Council's programs, who are now adults, I feel very happy to have it continue.
That's wonderful. Well, we've run out of time for the second. First of all, congratulations on your new baby boy.
Thank you.
I mean, a mother, a new mother, and then all this excitement going on, like I said. And I'm so happy that you were able to come and we could talk to you today, because I know the community is really going to be excited. So don't forget, the ribbon cutting is June 7th, first Friday, 5:15 in the evening. So we want to pack the place, pack the campus. So we will see you there. Don't go away. We'll be right back with some more interesting people that are from the Tannery. Well, welcome back, and we have Julie James from the Jewel Theater Company. And we have Kat Willis, who is, you have a performing arts dance studio right now at the Tannery. Yes. So we want to talk to both of these very beautiful ladies about what they're doing and what goals you have. So first, Julie, I want you to tell us about your theater group and your excitement about the idea of having a new theater.
Yeah, well, I founded Jewel Theater in 2005. And we started off just as a show-by-show kind of company and renting here and there. And eventually things grew and we got more support. And we ended up with a home at Center Stage downtown. And we've just slowly been growing our audience and our quality. And so a new theater in town, in a town that has a few facilities, but they're older and smaller, and so a brand new place that will make it great, not just for the artists, but for the audience, is very exciting.
Well, you are the artistic director, and I've been to some of your plays with a lot of my friends, and it's just wonderful.
thank
I
you.
mean, it's such a nice, intimate, venue, but I look forward to to see you perform in the bigger theaters.
Yeah, in the smaller house that we have, which is a great intimate space, almost like a black box, it's wonderful for a lot of productions. Once in a while, though, you wish you could do, Oklahoma or something, or a two-tiered set, and things that the smaller stage limits you. So the idea that something would be available not just to Jewel, but to all the groups in the community that would be using
That's
it,
gonna
I
be
think
using it.
is really
Yeah.
really exciting. Yeah.
Oh, so Kat, I was with Seal. We were over there looking, Cyril, and we went and were there the day your dance program was going on. It was so exciting to see that. I actually want to do that myself. But tell me about a little bit about your background and how you came to Santa Cruz and
Well, thank you so
where
much
you're
for
from.
having me here.
Always
Thank
great
you.
to have you here.
I'm originally from Rochester, New York, and I began my dance studies when I was about 20 with Garth Fagan Dance. He's the choreographer for The Lion King. So I had a really wonderful start to my dance career with a professional dance company. And from there, I traveled and went to Jamaica and studied in Jamaica, West Indies, and studied in West Africa, and got to experience dance from all over the world, and had wonderful experiences also in Central America. So it was an opportunity for me to kind of get exposed to the fundamental cultures of dance. And that's where my passion started, about possibly someday opening some sort of a cultural center. And I came here in 2000 with my husband. We began raising our family here. And that's when I started hearing kind of words around town about the Tannery. And then I researched a little bit more and realized that this was indeed the place that I wanted to be, absolutely, if I was going to open a cultural center here in Santa Cruz. And I spoke to my sister-in-law, who was dancing professionally with Garth Fagan back in New York, and I said, this is the place, we've got to do it. So she retired in 2006, and things got rolling, and one thing led to another, and I met George Newell and a couple, Catherine Vandenbrink down at the Tannery Art Center with Art Space, and as soon as I saw the space, I knew that was the place I wanted to be, and so we opened last year in February, Tannery World Dancing Cultural Center, and it's just been a dream come true.
It's a great place. I mean, it was so exciting. I know in a few moments we're going to be, you brought some dancers with you, and it's get everybody a little look about what's
Little
happening
taste.
there. But real quick, Julie, how long have you're an artistic director, so when did you start your theater?
In 2005, and at that, even now, I still wear a lot of hats. That's the way it is when you start your own company. You do everything. I'm artistic director, and I direct, and I act in it. And my dad was building the set, my mom doing box office, and so the whole family's involved. My sister and my nieces, and so it's grown from there. But we've kept that kind of personal quality about how we run the business, and it's done well. I think people appreciate it. So we grow, and I have professional actor friends who have all been involved in it, and it's just been a great gradual growth of live theater, which I think in Santa Cruz there's a lot of different art. Theater is growing within the other arts, and it's a good thing.
Well, I know I've interviewed your mother before with the Symphony League, and she definitely talks, it definitely is a family thing and raves about you, and my daughter and Jules, so we all know about it. So it's going to be a wonderful venue, and I'm looking forward. I'm going to be seeing your play soon.
Great.
This next one. So right now, Kat, you have brought a couple of dancers. We're going to bring them on, and I want you to introduce them. So can we have both of you come out here and stand and tell us a little bit about these two
So this
gentlemen.
is Vivian Bossamina and Balakita Arnaud. Vivian started this company recently, Pisa Za Congo Dance Company. He teaches over at the Tannery every Tuesday evening. He's an amazing teacher. He has an incredible story. They're both from the Congo. And his show is coming up. I do want to give a shout out. His show is at Pacific Cultural Center on May 10th at 8 p.m. So if you want a little taste of what these guys have, come and check them out at that time.
So they're going to perform for you, so they're going to play out this scene, and then when they're finished, we're going to take just a real quick break and be right back. So let's have them perform. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. So they're performing all the time. They're part of the dance group?
They are. They're over at the Tannery every Tuesday night. We have other dance classes as well, wonderful classes with Haitian dance, Congolese, Senegalese, Cuban, you name it, we have it.
Everything.
It's wonderful.
Well, we'll be down there to check you out, encourage people to come to the ribbon cutting also, and to check out the dance studio. Go to the Jewel Theater Company, it's wonderful. Thank you so much for being on,
Thank
Julie.
you.
Kat.
Thank
So
you.
don't go away, we're going to be right back. Well, welcome back. This is such an exciting show today, and we're really talking about the Tannery Arts Center. I want to introduce my two guests that are here right now, Seal Cirillo. Seal has been instrumental in, with the Tannery Arts Center and the building of it. I want to say a few things about her. She is 23 years ago, Seal, you came to Santa Cruz, worked in redevelopment, and this is after the Loma Prieta earthquake. You started working, and you're president of the Community Foundation, and you also were instrumental in the land that we built the Marine Sanctuary Center on. Is that correct? We're going to make sure we got all that. And also, Seal, this was actually your vision and your idea when you came to take the Saul's Tannery, the historic tannery, and turn it into the Tannery Arts Center, which is pretty amazing because of all the old buildings and all the things you went through. So we want to hear a little bit about that and what your actual vision has been for the whole campus. And on my right, I have Angela Chestnut. Angela, I was looking at some of your background. You came to us from New York City. Is that correct?
New York City and Washington, D.C.
And Washington, D.C., because
in
something
1999.
interesting about you, you're a former FBI agent. I always love that story. Interesting person. But since you've been here, I was really impressed about you work on Children's Hospice, Save Our Shores, the California State Parks Foundation, Friends of Santa Cruz, the Beach Flats Community Center, Gateway and Waldorf School, and the San Jose Children's Discovery Museum. Plus now, you are the major gift officer for the Tannery Arts Center. Is that right?
I am.
All right. Well, we want to hear about that. But first, I want to go back to Seal. And Seal, can you tell us, and I know that you have about the Art Center and what your vision has been.
Okay, well, my history with respect to the cultural community goes back to 1999 when the Cultural Council updated its Cultural Action Plan, and a number of key recommendations came out of that process. I was on that Community Assessment Committee that made the recommendations, reviewed what was going on. One of the statements that is included in this Cultural Council action plan is, the rich history and multicultural diversity of Santa Cruz County are great strengths in the core of our community identity. All actions taken in support of arts and culture must equitably support all peoples of all ages to preserve and enhance this diversity for generations to follow. The next thing was a key recommendation that came out of the process, that Santa Cruz County should invest in a geographically distributed array of renovated, existing, and new community-based facilities to serve the creation, promotion, teaching, support, and enjoyment of all cultural expressions. I believe that the Tannery right now has met many of those objectives, except for the performance space, which was also one of the recommendations, and the purpose of our being here today is to bring to everyone's attention the proposal that we're working on, a nonprofit board of directors who I want to mention later on, to convert the historic Hyde House, of which there's a picture on both sides of me, into a 200-seat performing arts theater. Julie James and Kat both referenced it, and our vision is to see that as the next step in realizing the vision that was part of this Cultural Council action plan in 1999.
All right. Well, that's going to be a big job, Angela. You're the one that's going to look for major donors to support and help make the doors open for the theater, is that right?
Yes, it certainly is. In fact, we are now in the middle of our major donor gifts program. So we're looking for support from community members, be it individuals, businesses, to really help us cap off the last $2 million that we have to go in order to build our Performing Arts Center. Our campaign has been a total of $5 million, and we've amassed close to $3.3 million so far.
Great.
The majority has come from foundations and from our very own community. We're just short of $30,000 from $1 million.
Really?
So we're pretty excited. There's many naming opportunities. No gift is too small. We're accepting gifts anywhere from $200 to $1 million for our naming opportunities.
So who are the people that, the call to action? I mean, people in the audience. I mean, they can contact you. I know we're putting up websites that how they can reach you and reach people at the Tannery.
Absolutely.
If they want to get involved, you have benches for sale?
We have benches
you
for
put your name on a
sales.
bench?
In fact, one of our community members whose name will remain unknown at this point, but she was actually retiring and decided that in lieu of a retirement party and gifts, she would like to have a bench dedicated in her memory at the Tannery Arts Performing Center. So we have benches, sculpture gardens, we have nearly 1,000 theater seats. Oh, I'm sorry, not 1,000 theater seats, 200 theater seats for $1,000. We have bricks for $200. We have trees in the theater plaza, so there's plenty of opportunities. But there's also ways to help by volunteering your time, by either having friends, neighbors, or associates host parties at their homes or fundraisers. We're always looking to do creative events. So it's really a call to action for community members to donate their time, their talents, and their treasures.
Well, it looks like they picked the right person. You're going to be out there making sure that happens. That's
Absolutely.
pretty amazing. See, this campus is, tell the viewers a little bit, you have now the Cultural Council has moved in, you have the loft where the artists live, you have retail spaces,
Yes.
And theater coming. Tell us what's going on.
So we have 100 units of artist live spaces, and in those 100 units there are about 250 people with 50 children. There's a playground on site. There's the Cultural Council's moving there has been a tremendous asset because it is a realization of a center for the arts in particularly in the North County of Santa Cruz, but it's serving people from the whole county. And then this is a city project. We haven't really referenced that. The city of Santa Cruz is the owner of the property. They facilitated, and while I was working there, we facilitated this whole project. So the city and its city council deserve the credit for seeing the value of the arts to the quality of life of its residents. So the historic buildings, they're over 160 years old, have been restored for studio use, and the artists there are working through the days and selling their art. You've been there, you've seen some of the jewelry makers, the printmakers, there's a glass blower, there's a leather working person, and all of the visual artists, ceramic classes. And that was another thing that we wanted to see, was that there would be opportunities for learning dance, learning to draw, to sculpt. We have some wonderful artists there.
Well, your vision was definitely come to fruition. I mean, what an amazing, amazing center it is in the Tannery Arts Center. We've run out of time. I want the viewers to contact Angela. If you want to donate, volunteer, she's the person, and get in touch with her. There's an amazing group of people that have been here over the years, and I just wanted to talk about a few of the. I want to also thank our crew who have been here. And don't forget, the ribbon cutting for the Cultural Council is June 7th. Please attend. It's at 5:15. Want to thank our director, Keith Kruger, Karen Scott, Camera Yamal Durier, Danette DeVoris, Susan Dyer, John Mayer, and of course James from the Cosmo Factory, who has helped with making everybody so lovely today. So anyway, we want to thank Community Television and CTV again. This has been great fun doing the show right here. So, and thank you for being our guest today.
Joyce.
So,
Thank you.
till next time, have a great week. Bye now.